Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're zeroing in on a dilemma that literally anyone who's ever signed a lease, bought a house, or survived a major renovation knows way too well. We're talking about the absolute struggle of keeping your pristine carpets clean during a messy project. I mean, we've all been there, right? You've got a crew tramping in and out, the weather outside is just terrible, and your anxiety spikes with every single muddy boot that walks through the door. So, what do? Just cross your fingers, throw down some old towels? Well, let's find out. Okay, so let's dive into a highly relatable scenario we pulled straight from the r/flooring subreddit. A user came to the community with a very specific and honestly a very stressful problem. They've got a carpeted stairwell leading all the way up to a third-floor apartment, and they desperately need to figure out how to keep it clean. Just think about the logistics of that for a second. That's 3 whole flights of stairs taking a beating from heavy moving boxes, furniture dollies, and, tired people who definitely aren't watching where they step. This user was just looking for a magic cover to make the problem go away. Section 1. Enter the adhesive shield. Let's take a look at a really popular option. So, we're looking at the Surface Shields carpet film from Pagano's Hardware. For about $24, here is exactly what you get. It's a roll of clear plastic film, 24 inches wide and a solid 50 feet long. Now, it boasts a thickness of 3 mils, which basically means it's engineered to take a hit. It can withstand tears and punctures from heavy work boots or the wheels of a dolly. And according to the manufacturer, you can leave this self-adhesive film down for up to 30 days. 30 days of continuous protection. On paper, this looks like an absolute no-brainer for a month-long reno or a crazy weekend move. Moving right along to Section 2, the 5-star experience. Let's see why buyers are absolutely loving this stuff. Reviewers are just raving about the convenience here. Take user Zoinkies_8, for example. They call it a project must. And the reason is super simple. The self-adhesive backing completely eliminates the need for old-school builder's paper and tape. If you've ever actually tried to tape down a rosin paper over carpet, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a nightmare. It rips, it constantly shifts around, and you end up spending half your day just fixing the paper, instead of, doing the actual work. This product promises to bypass all that headache. So the main takeaway here is that for quick projects, this plastic shield really does seem like a magical, affordable barrier for your expensive floors. Customers are thrilled with how easily it just rolls right out and sticks into place. They love that thick, durable material that doesn't just instantly tear the second you step on it. A lot of folks explicitly mention it's perfect for temporary move-ins, and crucially, for our original Reddit poster, buyers report it holds up incredibly well on those tricky angles of carpeted stairs. It really feels like the ultimate life hack, doesn't it? But hold on. Section 3, the sticky reality. Let's look at some Reddit insights that paint a slightly different picture. Because yes, there is a dark side to carpet film. A Reddit user who goes by Host of Crazy dropped this massive truth bomb. Beware of the plastic protection. They leave a residue and the fine dirt sticks to it. Yikes. See, what actually happens is that over time, and especially under the heavy pressure of people constantly walking on it, the adhesive can actually separate from the plastic backing and bind right to your carpet fibers. So when you finally go to pull it up, you're left with this stubborn, incredibly sticky residue that acts like a literal magnet for fine dirt. It can permanently ruin the exact carpet it was supposed to protect. When we stack the marketing promises up against real-world applications, a very clear trade-off emerges. The pitch is all about that sweet, short-term convenience, right? Resisting tears, ditching the tape, applying it in literal minutes. But the reality, that reveals some serious long-term cleanup headaches. You're risking sticky residue, edges that slowly peel off, and the bitter irony that this protection might actually cause your carpet to attract way more dirt down the line. It's a classic case of solving a short-term problem, but potentially creating a long-term disaster. Section 4, the stairwell hazard. Let's talk about the real danger here, slip and fall risks. The Reddit community was quick to point out a massive, often hidden flaw with using plastic film in this specific stairwell scenario. It creates an incredibly dangerous, slippery surface. I mean, just picture someone carrying a heavy, awkward couch backwards down a flight of stairs. If their foot hits a slick patch of smooth plastic instead of gripping the carpet fiber, the results could be absolutely catastrophic. As the source material smartly points out, if you have a tenant up there, a slip and fall accident is literally the last thing you want to deal with as a landlord. Safety simply has to override convenience. Section 5, Final Floor Protection Verdict. What does the professional advice say? Well, the community consensus leans heavily towards some very practical, decidedly low-tech alternatives. First up, If you're dealing with a high-traffic area, like a multi-unit stairwell, you honestly might just need to bite the bullet and install commercial-grade carpet, stuff that's actually built to take a beating and hide dirt. Second, strictly avoid plastic films on stairs. It's just not worth the slip and fall liability. And finally, the absolute most popular, simplest solution offered, literally just take your shoes off. Strictly enforcing a no street shoes rule or making movers lay down heavy non-slip drop cloths might feel like a hassle in the moment, but it is entirely foolproof. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this to chew on. You have to weigh your own project's needs against these hidden pitfalls. It's the perfect example of how the easy product isn't always the right product for the unique geometry of your home. So, what'll it be? Will you risk the sticky, dirt magnet residue for the sake of speed? Or will you play it safe, keep your stairs from turning into a dangerous slip and slide, and just ask everyone to check their shoes at the door? Thanks for tuning in, and good luck with your next big move.